There's nothing worse than spending an entire day walking thousands of steps in the brutal Florida heat, roasting under the unrelenting sun, getting rained on for 33 minutes before the sun comes back out, turning the streets into a literal sauna, working up the biggest appetite you've ever had, finally sitting down at a restaurant to eat, and having the worst dining experience of your life. That's never happened to us, but I'm pretty sure it happened to these 17 people that left 1-star reviews at Universal CityWalk. And we're curious if these reviews are accurate or if these people just had a bad day. So today, we're gonna eat at the 5 worst rated restaurants in CityWalk to see for ourselves. Now, if this video idea sounds familiar, it's probably because you've seen one of these videos from Ryan Trahan. He's one of our favorite YouTubers, and we sent him a message telling him we thought he should continue his 1-star series here at Universal. He didn't respond to us, so we decided to take things into our own hands.
We're starting upstairs at the BK Whopper Bar, which got a whopping 2.6 stars on Google. Burger King's slogan has always been to have it your way, but after reading these reviews, I'm not really sure about that. Bill said, I asked for a double Whopper with cheese, no pickles, no onions. I received a single Whopper with cheese, extra pickles, and extra onions. It kind of sounds like he got exactly the opposite of what he ordered. He ordered a Walker and he got a Whopper. Martin said, Whopper was cold, Coke Zero was flat. Enough said. I am forced to write more, so cold Whopper, flat Coke Zero. Man of a few words, few but powerful. Jerry's review's a little bit of a long one. And Jerry said, where to start? Seems like a good place. My brother-in-law went in here on the 24th December between 2100 and 2200 to pick up a couple of Whoppers. The line was long, but that was to be expected. It's busy everywhere in CityWalk on any given night. He ordered 2 Whoppers and a Coke, and at this point, it all went downhill. An employee had a meltdown and threw various items that were on a tray on the floor, followed by another employee shouting at him and walking away. I observed a total of 4 employees working behind the counter during my 20-minute wait for 2 Whoppers and a Coke and some onion rings. 20 minutes doesn't seem fast considering it's fast food, but it was Christmas Eve between 9 and 10 o'clock. That's Santa's working hours, and I'm just impressed that Burger King was open on Christmas Eve. Anyways, let's go see if we can actually get it our way or if we're gonna have it Martin's way.
This is so strange. I feel like an informant wearing a wiretap. Can I get a double Whopper with cheese? No pickles, no onions. Coke Zero. Oh, did it go through? Yeah. Okay, perfect. That was quick. Like, less than a minute quick?
Can we just talk about how many crowns they had in there? Like a disturbing amount of crowns, just crowns everywhere. Great Britain would hate this place. The easiest thing to try, Coke Zero. I'm a diet drink expert, so I'll be able to determine whether it's flat or not. Not flat. Very, very good. Moment of truth here. Did you order fries?
No.
I think they upgraded us. Free fries! Free Fry Friday, it's Friday. Did we pay for them? We paid for them, okay. All right, and here we go. Okay, double, that's looking good. We've got cheese. All right, now. Nothing. No lettuce, or there's lettuce. No onions, no pickles. Drilled at Burger King. You did it. I don't know what Martin was going on about. Like, the BK Whopper Bar is where it's at. It's pretty interesting though. It's kind of like a Burger King, but I think all you can get is Whoppers. This is the first time we've ever eaten here. And kind of like a Subway, but with Whoppers. I haven't had a Whopper in like 10 years. Still delicious.
I feel like I do need to add that Tyler is specifically qualified to taste test a Whopper because his family owned several Burger King locations when he was growing up. So he was born into the Whopper family. Like he didn't really have a choice between the like Big Mac conversation.
I was the Whopper Prince.
The Prince of Whoppers. We are going to give each of these restaurants an honest review that we feel like they deserve, as opposed to the one-star ones that we're reading today. But I feel like they each deserve some kind of like award or like a superlative. So it's, the graduation time of year. And at the end of year, you get to vote on, like whoever you think is most likely to be a lawyer or whatever. I feel like since the Whopper Bar is in essence just a Burger King, this one is by far going to be the easiest. It is the most likely to give it to you your way.
All right, let's head to our next restaurant. I'm glad we filled up because the next one's, it's kind of a hike. Like it's pretty far away. Bend the Bow, which has a 3.0 rating on Google, but many one-star reviews. So the problem I have with seeing all these one-star reviews is we've eaten here before and I never thought it was that bad. Like, it's not a place that we've come often, but we've come a few times. And with as many one-star reviews as it has, I feel like we would only come one time. But some of the things they say here sounds like they got decent arguments. Rand said, "Not sure when duck started tasting like fish. I wouldn't recommend this very slow quick service stall if you're in the area." Rand, you're kind of the reason that we're here. So, joke's on you. Enrico said, "You ever wonder what it's like to eat brisket as dry as ash? It's embarrassing to tell y'all how many times it took me to say that and not switch up a letter. Getting your boa that you paid almost $6 for with almost no meat, avoid this place. It's terrible." Enrico looks like they're a local guide, so I think they should know a thing or two. Alexandra said, "I should have taken pictures. Gyoza was burnt, bao buns were undercooked and like wet dough. The orange chicken bowl tasted like a week-old MRE." I could be mistaken. I don't have a lot of experience with MREs, but aren't MREs the things that are supposed to stay like good for a long time? And I've had a couple of them on a hike. Me and my friends went on a hike, and one of my buddies who's always over-prepared, he brought an MRE, so in case we got stranded, halfway through the hike, we saw a 6-year-old walking past us who had on flip-flops. We brought walking sticks and boots. Anyways, time to go see if we say bow no or bow wow. Such a stupid joke.
Can I get the duck bow, the brisket, and then an order of gyoza? Do you have gyoza? Like dumplings? I actually don't see it on the menu, so y'all might not. Have you ever gone to like Starbucks or something and really wanted to order something off like the secret menu that you saw on social media, but you were afraid that like the second you ordered it, the worker would be like, "I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about"? That's exactly what just happened to me with the gyoza. I asked for gyoza, and thankfully the worker was so sweet. He was trying to like recommend other suggestions that I could use in place of gyoza, like the next closest thing to dumplings. But it looks like they do not have gyoza on their menu. So Alexandra, really curious where you got that gyoza from. I just saw my reflection and realized I still have my Burger King crown on. I feel like at the very least that makes it obvious that we just ate at Burger King and we're coming over here and ordering food as well. But anywho.
I'm glad it was you that was wearing the crown and not me, because it would have embarrassed me way more. So like when we go out to eat, Anna knows what I'm about to say. When we go out to eat and say I want 4 rolls of sushi, and I feel like the appropriate number is probably 3 or 2, and Anna's only getting 2, I make her order one of my rolls so that she looks like she's eating just as much as me.
I did have to do some investigating to determine which one is the brisket and which one is the duck, but the brisket has the pickled onion on it. I had my reviews wrong for a second. I thought it was Alexandra who also said the brisket was dry, so I was going to jump right into that one, but I'm going to jump right into it anyway, even though it wasn't Alexandra. Look at all the meat. Look at all the meat in that one. Oh, I'm dropping onions. The bad review about this one said it tasted like ash and there was hardly any meat. This thing is stuffed full of meat, and if they're eating ash that tastes like this, I want to know who their supplier is, because I would eat it, because this is delicious. Yes, I said I would eat ash if it tasted like this. Infiltrate the dealers, find the suppliers. Listen, if this does taste like fish, like the review said, I am going to be very disappointed. I like duck. I really hate fish. So I'm going to have a very visceral, involuntary reaction if this duck tastes like fish. This is good. I do, however, completely understand why they think it tastes like fish. So it does have duck in it, but there's a bunch of kimchi in the bottom. And the kimchi, like, I feel like if you've tasted kimchi, you kind of can see how kimchi could be misconstrued as tasting a little bit fishy. So I think they were just tasting the kimchi. The duck itself does not taste like fish. And this whole thing together is very delicious. But if you don't like kimchi, you're probably going to think it tastes like fish and not like it. I feel like the only legitimate critique that we could give this place, and it's how we felt every single time we've eaten here previously, is that it's not a lot of food for how much you pay. So these 2 baos were like $14, and if I'm being honest, I really think if I pushed, I could eat one in a single bite. They're just not very good. They're tasty, they're delicious, but honestly, I'm not sure it's enough food for $14 to fill up a toddler.
Bend the bow. Most likely to break, not bend your wallet. Up next, we have Breadbox, home of the handcrafted sandwiches. Also, I don't really like holding the microphone, but I see why people do it now. It is extremely loud in CityWalk right now. Like the music is just blaring, and I can sit here and just talk like this, and y'all probably don't hear the music. I hope not, because if so, this video will not be able to be monetized. What's crazy about Breadbox is that Breadbox is one of the bottom 5 restaurants rated here. We've always enjoyed Breadbox, and it has a 3.6 rating on Google. That's really not that bad. I've willingly gone and eaten at restaurants that have a lower rating. Not much lower. Like, you start getting that 3.4, it's kind of, you're asking for trouble. However, with that being said, some of the reviews here are pretty concerning. Emily said, "Not worth your money." It was all caps, so I felt like I had to scream that. I came to Breadbox expecting super great sandwiches and excellent service. Upon arrival, I walked straight up to the register and expressed to the cashier that I was vegetarian. I'd asked for a recommendation, in which she had recommended a turkey sandwich. Why? So I ended up just ordering a BLTA with no bacon, which doesn't sound like the best choice, I know. My problem with this sandwich was that the bread is literally so small, and the order of fries was super miniature as well. I kind of want to see what a super miniature is. It's kind of like a mega pint. I just need to see it for representation. I took one bite of my sandwich and it was practically gone. The fries were yummy, but a little bit on the salty side. Overall, not worth my $10. I am upset. Generally, when you write a 1-star review, you are upset. And if my sandwich was fun size, like a little Snickers bar that you get for Halloween, I'd be upset too. Jared said, "Nashville hot sandwich was a soggy mess. Incredibly low quality for the price. Don't waste your money or time." I've never had the Nashville hot chicken sandwich here, and to be honest, being from Nashville, it's not like I'm an elitist when it comes to Nashville hot chicken. I'm not like, oh, it's Prince's or Hattie B's or nothing. I'm just so tired of people doing Nashville hot chicken. What's wrong with the buffalo chicken sandwich? There used to be a buffalo chicken sandwich here. It was delicious. You know what they got rid of it for? Nashville hot chicken. Stop doing that. It's not that good. Brittany stated, "The sandwich was okay, but we ordered a brownie which was advertised warm to room temperature. It was given to us cold, straight out of the fridge, wrapped in plastic. No tray, no silverware, just a cold saran wrap brownie and terrible service and dirty dishes." I really want to see the sign inside that says our brownies are served anywhere from room temperature to warm. I don't think that sign exists. I would like to know how that was advertised. There were actually a lot of wild reviews when it came to this place, but the one that stood out to me was one guy talked about how there were hairs in his food, and he kind of skimmed over that, and he was like, oh, there were hairs in my food, but that was okay, but the employees didn't smile at me. I'm just going to say, and this is just me being me, if I have hairs in my food, I care way more about the hairs in my food. I don't think I'm just going to skim over it. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, there were some hairs, but the employees didn't smile at me. 1 star. That's... My priorities are different, I guess. So I'm just not sure if there was actually hairs in the food.
Yeah, so I am wanting something vegetarian. Do you have any recommendations? We'll do a bottle of water, and then I'm curious about your brownies. Are they like cold or hot or room temperature? They're cold? Okay. I'll take one of the brownies, please. Awesome. We're off to a great start here. First things first, I looked high and low for any type of sign or anything talking about the temperature of this brownie, and none existed. So I asked if it was cold, room temp, or hot. And he told me that they were specifically refrigerated. And then when I asked for one, he turned around to a refrigerator and pulled it out. So it is quite cold, but it is exactly as advertised. And then as far as the sandwich goes, I did ask for a vegetarian recommendation, and he suggested either the hot vegan or the tomato mozzarella. It just got really quiet in here, and now I feel awkward. So I went with the tomato mozzarella because it's delicious.
Can we just talk about how fun these swings are? They don't really swing, they're bolted to the ground. But it's a fun concept. I've seen these a million times. I've never got to sit at them. And now we are. It's one of those dreams that it probably didn't live up to the expectation, but don't let your dreams be dreams. Fudge.
Chocolatey.
The food's here, and it looks wonderful. Like, the presentation is beautiful. Did you order me a Nashville hot chicken sandwich?
Surprise!
Hots are good. Crunchy. They're real crunchy. Listen. So these are the sandwiches that she said she tried to eat in one bite?
Apparently.
There's just no way. Like, I'm not even going to try to eat that in one bite. That's one of the things I hate about Nashville hot chicken. It's hot. It is so hot. Like, it's not edible hot. Bring back buffalo.
Unlike Tyler, I'm not going to attempt to one-throat my sandwich. I unfortunately don't remember the name of the very nice young man that checked me out and recommended this sandwich, but it was a great recommendation. One of the reviews said that the fries were too salty. I am someone that very much likes salt, and when I picked it up, I did feel salt on it, so we gotta test that out. I don't think these are super miniature. This is like, I feel like this is like a McDonald's medium, Like, it's bigger than a McDonald's small. This is a small fry. I'm always in for more French fries, but not bad. I gotta see for myself how spicy this is. Got my water ready to go. We'll go with this backside. I don't like it. Bread box. Most likely to not get sued for false advertising.
Now that we finished Breadbox, we are actually going to leave this area. These 3 restaurants are all, I can almost touch all of them. Not really, but I can almost, you can definitely smell all the food from each of them at the same time. But now, we're going to our next location, which is Hot Dog Hall of Fame, home of the world's best dogs.
Strike 3, you're out.
You got that dog in you?
Not yet. Give me about 10 minutes. Hot Dog Hall of Fame actually has a 3.5 star rating, which, once again, not that bad. However, Elizabeth would beg to differ. Elizabeth said, "For the love of all that is holy, don't go here for a hot dog, especially when it's raining. How does all that covered outdoor seating get wet?" Because it's outside. It's my guess. And now to one of my favorite reviews that I've ever read. Max said, "When it comes to hot dogs, you better believe I tried almost everything here. Let me tell you, I will never order the Chicago dog again. The toppings just don't mesh with the dog. And I get that they try to localize the hot dog brands, but let's be real, nobody does it like New York. If it ain't a soubrette, then forget about it. Also, the Milwaukee bratwurst reminds me of my ex-wife, so I won't be ordering that ever again, if I come back." Max, I gotta know, are you okay? You can say a lot of crazy things about your ex, but saying she looks like a hot dog? That one's pretty far out there. And yes, I did look for a picture attached to the review. No such thing. My interest was piqued as well. Rixie didn't have nice things to say either. They said, "I should have taken the hint when I saw there was not a single person standing in line. This is the worst hot dog place I've ever been in my entire life. Dry, old hot dogs that seemed like they were sitting there for weeks. The bread was more like toast, hard and old, also cold. The chili cheese fries were more like fries. I was having a hard time tasting or seeing any chili or cheese. I mean, how can you go wrong in making hot dogs and fries? Hot Dog Hall of Fame? Nah, more like Hot Dog Hall of Shame. Do yourself a favor and go make the line at any other restaurant." All right, Rixie, I gotta give it to you. That was clever. Hot Dog Hall of Shame. I guess we'll find out. How cool is this? It's like sitting in a stadium. This is fun. I love this so much. Go Milwaukee Dogs.
Can I get a Milwaukee dog?
Want that one fried?
Yes, please. Chicago dog just by itself. Guys, they have mayo. Hot dogs, hot dogs. I hate hot dogs. No. There you go.
Which one should I start with?
Start with the radioactive one.
Start with the radioactive one? If something's gonna go wrong, you want it to go wrong right now?
Yeah.
Now seems like a good time. Not bad. The only other time I think I've had a Chicago dog is like 7 years ago. Y'all may remember this. Sonic decided they were going to start doing like regional hot dogs, and that Chicago dog was one of them. I mean, I think I remember the relish being very green there as well. It's a hot dog. It's kind of hot. I don't know if that's like a spicy pepper. I'm going to guess that it is, considering my mouth's on fire right now. I'm just hot. So like, maybe I'm just breathing in the air, and that's why it's hot, but I think it's got some spice to it. Isn't this kind of fun though? We're like sitting out here in the stands, eating hot dogs like we're at the game. The only thing we're missing is like the guy walking up and down the stairs. They should have somebody walking up and, hot dog, handing out hot dogs. Max, I gotta tell you, I don't see it. I'm just gonna say it doesn't remind me of anybody yet. Max, was your ex just really good at being a hot dog? Like, it's a bratwurst. I love a bratwurst. Max, your ex is starting to sound like a wonderful person. When I first read the review, I thought she was going to be a terrible person. I thought this brat was going to be bad, but it's really good. Max, I think you should call her.
I gotta say, I really don't think I would get wet here unless the wind was blowing really hard when it was raining.
Here's a fun little tidbit. All the stadium seating, it's actually from old stadiums. At least that's what it looks like. Like this one says Old Bush Stadium, 1966 to 2003, St. Louis, Missouri. These are real seats. Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Most likely to win the 20th Hot Dog Award. Just because I know it's a inside joke. It's kind of one of those things you have to be here. There's 19 of them. The 20th one is yours. Hot Dog Hall of Fame. You've got it.
I'm starting to think people just don't like fun chairs because our next restaurant also has fun chairs, and it's Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. This restaurant has 3.4 stars on Yelp, but despite that, it has the most unhinged reviews of all of the restaurants. I think that sign just dripped water on me. That's kind of gross. What would Jimmy Buffett do?
I don't know what Jimmy did to these people, but some of them seemed pretty upset. Robin said, big hot tourist trap, sticky table, sucky watermelon margarita in a highball top glass, no salt or sugar on the rim, dry hamburgers, stale buns, big disappointment. Won't go there again. Megan said, I never Yelp. We're just gonna stop you right there. We actually looked at her profile, 122 reviews. Megan, it seems like you Yelp a lot. Went to dinner here last night for my birthday because the Twosome Chocolate Factory was booked. Our server was so fake and rude to us. Told them it was my birthday, and he said they don't do anything for birthdays, even though we watched another table get a cake with a candle. We asked for a soda to go and came back with the smallest kid's cup possible. The food was terrible. My friend got the shrimp scampi and said the shrimp tasted rotten. Never going here again. I even talked to the manager who was just as rude as the server. Ruined my birthday. Happy birthday, Megan. I hope maybe you wrote this review February 22nd. Maybe you wrote this review on your birthday. I'll make sure I'll put it in my calendar. And if you thought Megan's review was unhinged, we saved the most unhinged for last. So Mike said, I knew walking in to keep my expectations low, and this place delivered. I love Buffett, but not this place. $9 for one bottle of Land Shark? My proctologist charges less to stick something in my can. Seems unnecessary. The teriyaki chicken and shrimp was severely lacking in both chicken and shrimp. Would rather leave the property to go eat at Del Taco than suffer through another meal here. Sorry, Jimmy, this place sucks. Overpriced, low quality, had food truck meals better than this place. Also, $9 for any medical procedure just doesn't seem like enough. I'm one of these people when I see like discount LASIK, I'm not getting discount LASIK. I want full price LASIK.
I'm actually kind of excited about this. It has been so long since I've eaten at like a Margaritaville. Is there one in Gatlinburg? I feel like that's the only one I've ever been to. This feels like a beach place, but I think I went in the mountains. Just looking at the birds.
This place is insane. It's literally one of the most themed places I've ever been. I mean, we're eating in a boat. It's like a yacht club. They're playing movies and music videos on the sails. The ground is water. But the craziest thing is there's a volcano, and we ran into some people who were kind enough to tell us about the volcano. Apparently, he has a song named Volcano, and there'll be a big volcano alert, and the volcano that's right behind Anna will erupt.
I want to eat in the tiki dining room. I thought about asking for it, but it doesn't look like there's anybody up there. I wonder if it's like invite only. Watermelon margarita has arrived. It looks great. I love fruity margaritas, so I'm excited about this. However, I don't remember which review it was, but they said that it came without salt or sugar on the rim. That is unfortunately correct. To be fair, the menu didn't say that it came with salt or sugar on the rim, and I did not ask for salt or sugar on the rim, so, I feel like it was given to me as marketed, but let's see how it is. Okay. I taste the tequila. I don't know if y'all can see, I haven't drank much of this yet, and this might be all that I drink of it. I'm really not a fan of this one. It's like pulpy in the bottom, like it feels like they just put like a chunk of watermelon down in there and like mashed it up and then poured tequila on top. It burns, and there's not much flavor that tastes good in here. I guess Jimmy did say, pour me something tall and strong. Volcano! Here it goes. It's erupting. Oh. Did the volcano just burp?
It's full.
Oh god, it's so good. We don't want to tell this guy it's one of our birthdays, A, because I did have to show him my ID when I ordered the drink, and B, because lying is bad. So we've developed a brilliant plan to find out what they do for birthdays. It turns out my mom is a huge Jimmy Buffett fan. At least that's what this guy's gonna think. Yes, it looks great. I do have a bit of a random question. So my mom is a huge Jimmy Buffett fan, and we were thinking about bringing her here for her birthday. Do y'all like do anything fun for birthdays?
If you let them know, we can always do like a dessert at the end of it. We have like brownie sundaes, like key lime pie stuff that we can do.
Okay.
Depending on the server, I'll be honest, they'll come over and sing happy birthday. Like I'll always sing happy birthday to my tables and everything. So if you come on a night when I'm here, I'll come over, sing happy birthday. I'll bring a dessert, but they can do a dessert for you with like a candle and everything like that.
Perfect. Love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yes, just talk to the hostess stand on the way out. Let them know that like you can book the reservation. You can let them know it's a birthday, so they'll have it all set up and everything.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Okay, we got the birthday scoop. Ben, our server, is amazing. So apparently they don't have any kind of like singing or celebration that they have to do. Ben said that he does sing to every single one of his tables when they're celebrating a birthday, and we love that. But they are supposed to bring you a dessert. So if you inform them it's your birthday, he made it sound like you get to pick any of the desserts off the menu and they'll bring that to you. So I guess the moral of the story is if you're coming here to celebrate a birthday, ask for Ben. Shrimp, check. Chicken, check.
So one of the complaints was that it was a dry burger, stale bun. Bun doesn't feel stale. Bun feels like bun, you know? Tastes like a fresh grilled burger. It's good. Very juicy. I've got stuff on my face. I need a napkin. Most of the negative reviews were about stuff that we haven't had any problems with. Like everything that we've seen has been the exact opposite. The one thing that I would probably complain about is the price. I mean, this is a $20 burger. I've been places that sell like $20 burgers and they always look crazy. This looks like a burger Uncle Greg put together for you. I always thought it was a missed opportunity that Jimmy Buffett's restaurants were sit-down restaurants and not buffets. You could just call it Jimmy Buffet, and it's an all-you-can-eat buffet with margaritas. You can still call it Margaritaville, Jimmy's Buffet at Margaritaville. It works perfectly. Call me if you need help with marketing, anytime. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, most likely place to get seasick.
I found the perfect gift for my mom, who is a fake Jimmy Buffett fan. We said we were going to give honest reviews, and to be honest, that is the worst margarita I've ever had. Maybe avoid the watermelon margarita if you go there, but the food wasn't bad. It fell right in line with that 3.5-star rating that it has. Definitely not worth 5 stars, but 1 star is a little bit harsh. We did get this #1 mom's place sign for my fictional mom, whose fictional birthday is coming up, so happy fictional birthday. I guess the moral of the story today is not to trust 1-star food reviews. Nothing we had today was that bad. But if you guys would like to check out some of our favorite foods at Universal Studios, you can click on this video right up here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!